I feel like you guys had a similar recruiting, like under-recruited, maybe overlooked a little bit.
Yeah.
What was that like for you?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like Derrick probably knows. I mean, growing up, you obviously want to get like heavily recruited, but like I was tiny. Like I was always pretty skilled, but I didn't really grow until late. And by that time, like it was really just South Dakota State was my only offer, and um, obviously they had like a super like good culture and a winning pedigree. Mike Dom, it's like the fifth all-time leading scorer in college basketball, was
Sick.
there and whatnot, and so I mean I just took it as my opportunity and kind of went with it. But yeah, it was frustrating. Obviously being from Nebraska, and Nebraska didn't really recruit me. Creighton didn't really recruit me. Um, and so kind of just had to go where I was wanted, and I was only wanted in one place, which was South Dakota State. So I kind of went there with expectations that, well, I'm going to play 4 years and graduate and go work somewhere. Freaking, that's going to be that.
When did that change for you?
Probably after my sophomore year. My freshman year, I played a little bit. Probably was like the sixth or seventh man, but I really didn't do a whole lot my freshman year, and came back my sophomore year. Well, my freshman year was when COVID hit, so it hit like right after our conference tournament, and I went home for like 4 or 5 months and was just working out and hanging out, and then went back my sophomore year, and all of a sudden I'm in the starting lineup, and the first tournament we played in that year was like the Bad Boy Motors Classic, and that's actually where we played Nemi and Max, and that was kind of like my breakout game, and I think I had like 23 points, and I went on to have like 4 or 5 straight double doubles after that, and it kind of just took off from there, and I was first team all conference after that year, and started seeing my name on some draft boards, and that's kind of, I was like, wow, maybe I could have a chance to play at the next level, wherever that may be, but didn't know still.
Yes. Dang.
What conference is South Dakota
The
State?
Summit League?
Summit?
The Summit League.
You guys, was DU in it when you played?
Yeah, DU was in it. They were really bad when I was there.
Yeah.
Really bad. It was like the top teams were like us, South Dakota, North Dakota State, Oral Roberts. Oral Roberts my sophomore year was like Max Asmus and Kevin O'Banner. They went to like the Sweet 16. So
Max Asmus.
right. It was a solid conference when we were there. It's kind of gone downhill now, honestly.
Yeah.
It's not very great.
They moved all those. I feel like they moved like the WAC, the Summit. They moved them all around like the past 5 years a bunch.
For sure. And like it doesn't help with like obviously the state of college basketball now with NIL and whatnot. Like it's just not. It's just a lot of people are.
South Dakota State got some big donors. NIL's looking healthy over there these days, or
honestly, I don't know. I mean, when I was there, my last year there was like that was the first year NIL was passed, but like there was still nothing. Like I didn't get anything.
Yeah, for sure.
So like it was tilling, but like I'm grateful that it was like that way because we had the same team there all 3 years.
Yeah.
So it was fire. Like those guys are like some of my best friends, and I mean you guys have met some of them. So
yeah.
But yeah.
What about?
Like,
Can't see you over there, bro.
You got a bad neck.
Took all the pillows out of my room, and I
Sleep.
neck's been hurting.
He like woke up. He's like, bro, my neck.
Like 2 days ago, I had to like turn my whole body.
Oh my god.
I'm back though.
But like, I think like the South Dakota, you think that kind of like helped you like not playing, coming out the bench to like being the star, kind of helped you do whatever you needed. Like, because I feel like a lot of guys like they just be a star the whole time.
Yeah,
get to the league.
Yeah, no, I think like
jump into the league here, but
Yeah.
I think just starting out there kind of like gave me a different perspective on things. And like you said, one just starting out at South Dakota State, and then one just starting like being like the seventh man and not really being a whole lot. Allowed me to, when I was able to step into kind of a bigger role, help me handle that. And even when I transferred to Creighton, it still gave me like a perspective on just like ethical hoops, how hoops should be played, you know what? And I try to just obviously play that way even now. So I think it definitely helped. And I think going someplace where you could like play right away and just like get exposure, I guess. I mean, I feel like a lot of people nowadays are like trying to go like to Power 5 straight out of high school, and like they go there and they like knowing that they're probably not going to play, whereas like I feel like if you can go somewhere where you can play, like that's only going to benefit you in the long run. So yeah, that's my perspective on it.
Go where you wanted.
Right.
What was your transfer? How did the transfer happen?
Yeah.
Like,
well, my junior year, South Dakota State, we went 30-5, and I won Player of the Year. We went to the NCAA tournament, so it was like a great year. And I went through the NBA draft process after that year, and going through that draft process, kind of just like the feedback I got was, wanted to see me play at a higher level, and I was lucky enough to feel like I had accomplished everything that I wanted to at South Dakota State with winning the conference, tournament and winning a lot of games and winning Player of the Year. That I decided to go in the transfer portal, and that's kind of why I did it. Was just to help better my chances to play at the next level. It was really nothing against like South Dakota State. Like I loved it there. I love the coaches, love the people, my teammates, but obviously my dream is to play at the next level. So I thought that gave me the best chance, and went to the transfer portal, and that's when the high school me was like super excited because everybody wanted me.
Yeah.
Like
cool.
on the phone with Coach Cal and Coach Self, and everybody wanted you. So that was like a cool experience.
Big dog.
Right. It was crazy.
cool.
I look at the phone, it's got like the caller ID, and it's like Coach Calipari. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like,
bro, look Cal's calling.
right. No, yeah, I get off the phone and I text my buddies from back home, like, bro, I just got off the phone with Coach Calipari. They're all like, no way, like stuff like that. So it was a cool experience.
That is cool. How'd you land on Creighton? Like, what was it that?
Yeah.
You're
I mean,
Creighton.
when I went into the portal, I had no idea like really what I wanted. And then once Creighton reached out, like as soon as they reached out, I was like, oh yeah, like this makes perfect sense. For those that don't know, Creighton is in Nebraska. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's in Omaha.
Oh.
It's in Omaha. So yeah, it's back home for me, and the play style that they have, kind of Coach Mack's coaching philosophy. He's kind of just a player's coach. Lets the guys kind of rock, and they had a pretty successful year the year before. They made the round of 32 and was bringing back pretty much everybody except a couple guys, and I felt like I could step in and fill that void. And that was kind of like the big reason for me, was one, being able to be close to home, and then two, like having a chance to make a run, and being able to be in a system that fit my game really well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You guys run some good stuff at Creighton.
Right.
Like, you guys are fun to watch.
Yeah, no, I mean, Coach Mack, he just retired, so shout out Coach Mack.
Yeah.
A legend.
Yeah, a legend for sure. But his X's and O's is incredible, and like you said, we ran a lot of great stuff, and we made a great run that first year. I mean, we made it all the way to the Elite Eight. So yeah, it was a fire experience.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah. You got a favorite story of him? He retired 16, 3 days ago? Monday?
Yeah.
Is it Monday? I think it was Monday or Tuesday.
I'm trying to think.
I think it was Monday. Maybe Sunday. Doesn't really
No, it was
matter.
Monday. It was Monday.
I don't know where I'm going.
It was Monday. He called me.
What is the exact date?
He called me before it announced, which was super dope. But
That's cool. What did he just,
yeah,
he just like, hey.
yeah. I mean, he, me
Want
and
to
him,
hear from me.
yeah, me and him have a great relationship, and he was just like, you meant a lot to me, and you're obviously representing Creighton at like the highest level and represented him so well, and he's like, me and you always have a special relationship, and so I just wanted to let you know before I broke that, I'm retiring, and yeah, that was pretty much it.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it was fire.
16 seasons, man. He had a hell of a career there.
For sure.
You have a favorite story of him?
Oh, I mean, I'm trying to think. I mean, me and him never really got into it that much. I'm trying to think. I mean, he was always golfing in the summer, so he wasn't
Did
really.
you guys play golf together?
We haven't played golf together yet.
Oh.
Yeah, we
He's got a lot more time now.
Yeah, no, that's
Come
what
on.
I said. I said we got to
Off-season,
golf. You know what I'm saying? Have a few brewskis together. You know
That'd
what
be
I'm
fun,
saying?
man.
But I mean, I'm trying to think. After we lost my second year there, we went to like me, him, and my roommate Francisco. We went to this like speakeasy and had a few drinks. That was kind of fire. Like
That's awesome.
Just a not basketball story, but like it was cool just to be in a different light. Obviously, like when we're coaching and whatnot, you can't like do that, I guess. So it's frowned upon. So
Yeah.
I think my favorite part is like after you graduate, you kind of see like the coach in a different light and
Right.
kind of hang out with them, and
They like lower that wall a little
yeah,
bit.
Like they can just kind of be a human,
Right?
Like not a coach, and just
Right. Exactly.
like Boyle at my wedding. It's like one of my favorite things ever.
Right. Exactly.
Bro, tell the story about Boyle and Jakob. That is so funny.
So
Boyle's an amazing guy.
yeah, Boyle's at the wedding, and he's had a couple, and so we're like getting this thing. There's a bunch of like Pac-12 people here, and so like Jakob, Drew Eubanks. I think it's about, and so we're all like talking about it, and then Jakob's like, "I never lost to any of you guys," and Boyle like from the back, he's like, "Fuck you!"
Like so loud in the middle of the wedding.
We all just started dying laughing, but like you don't get that stuff.
Yeah.
if you're in college.
No,
still,
for
so,
sure. Yeah, no, that's fire.
And now that he retired, like you have some time, and hey, when you guys go golfing, like call me up, I'll
Right.
help you guys
No,
out.
I know. I mean,
Help you guys out. You're
Yeah.
gonna help them with golf.
Yeah.
bro. Yeah. How you wanted to talk about? Oh my gosh, Derrick, bro,
I'm good now.
dude. No,
I'm better now.
your golf game is atrocious.
You have to start somewhere, man.
It's actually incredible. Yours,
one
yours
point-
is worse.
I shot better. This is a real
Yours is
argument.
worse,
Yeah.
bro.
You did
That's
not
crazy.
shoot better
I
than
shot
me.
better.
He says he
I had a
did.
lower score than you.
He was just putting shit down on this golf.
Yeah, I was gonna say that can't be.
No
That's can't be
way.
true, bro.
Who had better vibes though? Consistent vibes.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, you guys both brought great vibes.
Thank
I
you.
think you guys bring great vibes.
Yeah.
Your
we
golf
tried.
games are just atrocious.
Yeah, we got to get better.
Bro, you would line up like
Bro, yeah,
90 degrees.
Literally, you're aiming like at the cart path where the carts are parked.
KYP, you got to know. You got to know your player, and you
I
got to
hear
know
you,
the
man.
scout. I know I'm gonna slice that shit
Tight fairways are not for you, my brother.
at all. That course is. I'm more of like a public course where the grass is kind of dead.
Yeah,
Nobody else is out there.
you need you need a links course if you know what that is.
I don't know what that is.
Not a lot of trees.
You know, I'm working on my game. Okay.
All right.
Derrick's wife bought us golf lessons, and we didn't use them, so we got to use them. For our birthdays in
Next summer.
July, she got us like a golf coach, and then we talked about it 100 times. We never went once the rest of the summer. So I don't think they
What
expire.
y'all be doing?
Just having too much fun.
Shoot, man.
Yeah, we'll get back out there.
Got life.
God
Got
bless.
kids.
Right.
Chill. We're with child.
That checks out.
Childs. Okay, so you went. Okay, let me walk through this pathway. You went. I can't stop
South
saying it.
Dakota State.
Small town, Nebraska, South Dakota, back to Nebraska, and then you moved to Boston.
Right.
What was that like for you?
It was different.
Was there an adjustment
Yeah.
period?
I mean, yeah, I think obviously like moving anywhere new is tough, but like obviously I've been in the Midwest my whole life.
Yeah.
And then you move out here, which is just like a completely different vibe. And I moved out here by myself at first, and like that was tough. Obviously, you go from like the college environment where like you live with a teammate, you're around your teammates all the time, and then like the professional environment where like obviously like we're still like cool and chill and like good friends, but like you guys just said, like people are in different stages of life, got like wife and kids and different responsibilities and stuff like that. So like there's not as much like hanging out outside of the facility, especially when like you're here in Boston. So like it was overall just an adjustment for me, just being on my own, living by myself, and not really having like anybody out here to like do stuff with on the regular. My boy obviously lives out here with me now, Dylan, which has been fire. But yeah, it was a tough adjustment. And last year was just a tough year in general.
Yeah.
Just a lot of new, and that's always tough. So
Yeah, you went through that G League back and forth. Like,
Yeah.
it's hard on everybody.
And like it's kind of like the first time, like you said, like you don't really hang out with people like in college. Like you were just around
Right.
your guys the entire time, and then you kind of go out here and. But I do see you guys. We see like people every time, like every day, and we see them all the time. Like I'm sick of you. You say that all the time.
right.
But like
You.
it's just different. It's like a different thing from college. So like that's probably the biggest adjustment, and then not playing is
Yeah.
another huge adjustment
Right. Yeah, it's hard.
that you've never done.
Right.
Like you probably never had like a DNP before.
Yeah.
A DNP coach's decision.
Yeah.
Tough.
Yeah.
Hurts.
That's a different type of experience.
How do they get in there and get a donut?
Especially,
Then the DMP?
You said you'd rather get a donut?
Yeah. At least he's
Nah.
out there.
These two are out there. Get a
that's,
rebound or
that's
two,
a
man.
bold take. That's interesting. That's an interesting take there. I don't know.
If you go out there and get no stat, Say you're out there for 10 minutes. The Tony Snell. Shout out Tony Snell. Amazing career.
Right.
That's what it's
no
called.
shade there.
That's
yeah,
what it's called.
Right.
Would you rather that or DMP?
Yeah, I'll probably take a GMP now that you say it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that's tough. I mean, you go from playing, the whole game practically, high
Yep.
school, college, to like now, like you don't play at all pretty much like the whole year. It's like it's tough, but
I heard last night you were. I mean, in a 2-year span, things have changed tremendously for you. It's a testament, I think, to the way you're playing basketball. But you were going to check in, and you were. I forget who you're getting, but I heard Joe tell you moved to. He called him Alexander, which I thought was interesting. He didn't call him like SJ or Shea, and he was like, "You moved Alexander, moved JB off of him," and I was like. That's like, that's got to feel pretty cool. Like, I know you're in the moment and you're like hearing stuff like that all the time, but I was
Well, I
like,
was like crazy you didn't say SGA.
yeah, yeah.
Like his name is like Alexander. A long, it's like a long.
Yeah, you know how Joe is. He's not gonna say, yeah, go guard SGA. Like he's too competitive to say his name.
Alexander. Yeah. Anyways, that's not the point.
I feel like everybody. You always say people's last names.
Yeah.
But I thought that was like a cool moment. Yeah. Like I was just listening out, like, oh, that's fire.
Yeah.
Like, move JB off of their superstar.
Right.
And you got him now.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's cool. I mean, obviously, it shows the trust like Joe has in me and the trust my teammates have in me, and it's cool. It's cool to have that and build that. And obviously, I feel like I've worked really hard to be able to put myself in this position. And the thing about the NBA is there's always another game. So it was. I said it last night. Like it was a fun game, and obviously, it's cool to be able to play well in that type of environment. But like, we play again tomorrow, so it's just like, oh well. Like on to the next type vibe.
Did you have that attitude this early on in your career?
No, I was more like freaking out, like over analyzing. That's like the best thing about him is like he missed shots. He's like, oh, whatever, shoot it again next time later.
Yeah,
like we talk about it in the locker room. Yeah. Like I definitely I'm better at now, but like I obviously in my year 2 I was freaking out over every game, kind of like most people in the league are
for sure.
And I think that kind of is like his superpower that he's kind of just like.
Just don't really care.
Yeah.
I mean, I do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like, I don't. Like, it's like, it is what it is. Like, we put in so much time and work on our games. Like, it's just the ebbs and flow of like basketball. Like, this is how it works. Like, some games you're just not gonna be able to make a shot. Like, has nothing to do with what you had for breakfast or anything like that. Like,
tell him that.
Yeah.
I've changed.
Yeah. It's just like
a little bit.
It is what it is, man. And like, Garden Shea, like it is fire, like in like coming from Nebraska,
small town.
Like it's a cool experience, and like even like I think about like when we played LA and guarding Luka and LeBron and stuff like that. Like obviously, like it's a surreal moment, but yeah, I mean it's just you get to a certain point where it's just like basketball.
Yeah,
so it's just like you play the game, you move on to the next, and play the game, get some Chipotle, and I'm ready to go.
Let's go. Let's go.
Was there a moment where you realized like, yeah, this is just basketball?
Yeah, I mean, I think probably like after All-Star break of my rookie year, kind of towards the end of the year when I started getting a little bit of run and had some success there, I was like once that happened, I was like, oh yeah, like this is just hoops. Like it is what it's always been, and obviously it's the highest level. But like it's still hoops, and I think once I kind of had that experience, like it kind of just allowed me to relax and just like be free out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That I remember like my rookie year, we were playing the Warriors, and like Draymond's on me, and this is like Draymond, KD, Steph, Clay, all that team.
Right.
And like I made a move, like a spin move, and I did a layup, like end of the first quarter or something, and. Connors is like, see, it's just basketball. Like pick up, and I was like, that's facts. Because my mind, like you get in NBA, you're like,
right.
Oh, this is
no question.
Like it is, like we know it's basketball, but it's like this is a whole nother level that, especially like under recruited small guys, like you don't think you belong, I guess.
Right.
Yeah. So once you get over that, you're like, oh, well, I can't do this.
Right.
Like, oh, the same thing I did back in Colorado works.
Right.
And the NBA is crazy.
Yeah, no, it's like people ask all the time, like, like, when did you know you could do it? And I'm like, I've always had the confidence that I could do it, but you don't really ever know until like you're in the mix of it and like it goes well for you, you know?
Yeah.
And once that happened, then it's just like the floodgates kind of open and you're just able to go. So.
It reminds me of that story you told about KD when you showed up late to Dubai. And they were like resting you and they were like, you know, like he can only do a little bit at a time. And he's like, man, it's just hoops. Like, we're just hooping.
Yeah, he's like, you're a hooper. Like, we're talking about like all this. Like, you're just a hooper. Like, just go hoop.
Right.
Like, you know, yeah.
I know it's
Like, but like some guys gonna have to like, it's different for them. Like when they get plugged into a team, like they probably would need to like figure out like where they're supposed to belong. But
right.
like we've been in so many different levels and so many different roles that
Environments, right.
you're like, yeah, well, I guess this is what I had to do today.
Right.
Like you just go figure it out.
Right. Exactly.
That's an advantage.